Hey YouTube, Apex 5.1 hitting you back with another video. See, I've got a little kind of comparison review here between the new WWE shop version of the Undisputed V2 and the old Fig Zinc style. I promised this video was coming, and here we go. So pretty much the two differences you can see. Well, but before I go into the review, there's a little bit of kind of backstory to the Figs version. I'd say I got it online about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago or so. And the price was really good, and what I thought was the proper paint modifications to make it look, you know, like this one, the paint removal, was somebody, I don't know if they tried to take paint off or added paint, but essentially here's what it looked like. It looked like there was paint on it, not even gold paint. There was wearing off and oxidization. It did not look good. Here's another spot that they did. I have my almighty iPod here, but you can see they screwed up the plates pretty bad. So I went through a couple options. I'm still going to see if I can get some kind of plated layering on there somehow. But here is how I have it now. It's a mixture of I'd say gold leaf and gold paint. It's not perfect. It's not reflective, but it's an accurate, you know, comparison between the two, and I'm going to go through them right now. The strap is old. It's really cracked up. I may get it replaced. Super floppy though. But this one I think is a 2006. And I put a curve in it. It came with the Hogan plate. That's just fine. I'll have that one on there. But we'll start from left to right. The biggest thing: classic patch box, textured backing material. It does have the kind of floral stamping around it, and it does have the WWE Champion logo, which is similar to this, but this has that kind of bordering stuff, and it's night and day, guys. I mean, it's night and day. I mean, you look at these snap boxes, you've got the patch box, and you've got the tooling. It's not real tooling, it's stamping, but it's leaps and bounds better. Just leaps and bounds better. Then we'll go to the side plates here. Ridiculous etching, ridiculous thickness. 2 mil, tiny curve. Really kind of blobby, just right there, even with that WWE logo. I haven't touched that WWE logo. I did have to redo a couple of the stones. I don't think these are any of them, so that one came offset. And you can see the plates are kind of beat up. Etching is really shallow. Etching here is ridiculous. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You could slap water in there and take a swim. It's so deep. But just between those WWE logos, that is flat, has no real texturing, is kind of blobby. Then you have this. It looks so good. Then you move over, you get to the lion. I had to do some of the paintwork here too. I have touch-ups to do. That's kind of blobby there, but the lion is still the gold. Here's a really good shot of what's covered and what's not. The McMahon logo, my wife's hair out of there, is really blobby. I did this paint mod making it black around, so it was accurate to this one, or so it was accurate to be accurate. But You can't read any of the words. You don't really know what it says. Even the lions look kind of blobby. Then you get this right here. Look at that. You can read it. The etching is deep. The paint is great. Then you get to the main plate. Super thin. Flat top WWE logo. A nice WWE logo. Even the swoosh is kind of blurred and blobbed. That one's crisp and clean, no caffeine. I'm probably going to get sued. But then you have the World Wrestling Entertainment, couple of the stones. Stone holders are just regular. The four, the kind of compass looking thing. I had to do some paint work around here. All this was screwed up and worn away. Like I said, I'm going to work more on it. I had to replace this stone. I had to replace this stone. The paint is kind of blobby and not perfect. There, especially that A. Nice and clean here. Nice and clean. Stone holder has texturing. Stone holder up here has texturing. Look at that. Look at that compared to that. Yeah, this one's pretty beat. But like I said, I didn't pay a lot for it, so it's not a terrible loss. I mean, I wished it had one pretty basic picture on the Facebook post. I got it off Facebook. I'm not sure if I said that or not. Off a Facebook shop, the marketplace. Got your blobby paint over here. I got some paint spill over there. I can fix that. That's not a big deal. More of my wife's hair. And I did, just like on the other belt, I did take off the registered trademarks. You know, you can see it's got the TM there. I took it off for TV accuracy. I did the mod on this side too with the black around. Again, the etching is not fantastic. And then here we go to the property of plate. Here is the one that was different. I think I said in the last video that I thought this one was like thinner or taller. It doesn't seem so. They seem the same width, but this one has the property of World Wrestling Entertainment all the way across. And then the new one they released is World Wrestling Ent Inc., which is correct to how the actual JMAR belt was. So that is really cool. Like on the actual one, it had the Ent Inc., and then it would have the JMAR logoing underneath. That was my stomach. I don't know if you could hear that. It would have his website is what it would have. So this one again has that basic tooling. It's not very deep. Patch box on the female end. And then you can get to the backing. And they are essentially the same, just the screws are different. You've got that same textured backing, your official WWE authentic patch. Got your Figs Inc. Yeah, this one's a 2005. And this one's a 2020. There's 15 years between these two belts. So the screws are essentially the same. These screws would be interchangeable. The only ones that are different are here. These are the 3 screws for the nameplate, and also the number of screws. On the original one, there's only 6 actually holding the belt in, or the center plate in. This one has more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 9. Well, 10. Yeah, this center one right here. So there's 13 screws technically on this center plate. The ones that hold in the center plate, like I said in the video before, are these guys and this guy right here. That holds in the center plate. These 3 are for the nameplate. These two, like I said before, are dummy screws. This one is the only one actually holding the nameplate in because I had to do some modifications. If you want to see how I did that and hear how I did that, watch the other video. It's wildly simple. Wildly simple. Essentially, the only tool you need, well, tools are a screwdriver, of course, to screw it in. And I use the drum sanding bit on my Dremel, my rotary tool. So that's the only thing I did. I did add a curve to this this belt. This one has a redonkulous curve too. I haven't touched it. This is essentially out of the bag. That curve is ridiculous. So that I don't know if somebody did one of the tricks to this strap, but it's pretty floppy at the corners. It's also pretty old. It may just be kind of wear and tear kind of thing. This one, if you work it, you'll start to see the creases. It's fine. You can see the flexibility in my previous video. So, like I said, 2 mil plates, absolutely tiny. Monstrous 6 mil plates. So for what they were and the price they were at the time, the classic 2 mil plates were just fine. And if you did it right, you could absolutely get the paint mod done. There's no reason you couldn't. This guy, whoever owned it before, I don't know if it was the person I bought it from. I'm gonna say it's not, because they seem pretty fluid in what they have going through their marketplace, and they're active, you know, on Belt Talk on Facebook and stuff. So yeah, there is the comparison that the plates are also a lighter gold on the old one. You can definitely see it there. There's a perfect shot right there. Deeper gold here, brighter gold there. So that is pretty much it. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for checking it out. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to go inside the belt on more of these coming up here soon. Stay tuned, YouTube.